Popular culture, and I mean movies, pop music and video games, is the most impactful, powerful form of art that was ever created by a human. I've been deeply involved with popular culture since the early 1990s, but especially after a personal revelation. Looking back, that moment reframed everything that came before it. What once felt like random passions or obsessions suddenly took on meaning. I stopped seeing myself as a misunderstood millennial and became a witness of a fusion between God and modern culture. The decade of 2000s may feel, for many of us, like a slight step down from full throttle, as reality delivered a series of disappointments from both cultural and political perspectives. Yet the situation was quite different. For some, it was a time of moral decline. For others, like me, it marked the true evolution of popular culture. A new generation of video games emerged during that time, games that felt extremely promising, if not outright revolutionary. They introduced bold new ideas, fresh mechanics, and technical ambition we hadn't seen before. Many of them left a lasting mark on their genres and on the gaming community as a whole. In this retrospective, I want to look back at one of those games, mainly because I spent an unhealthy amount of time playing it. Years after, I became a devoted military sci-fi fan. As an 11-year-old kid, when I watched movie Independence Day in a fever, an RTS game appeared that, in a way, saved me from starving. Mentally, at least. That game was Supreme Commander. It was presented with vast battlefields, and the developers spoke of thousands of units on a single map, on a scale of parts of the planets. Together with its stunning visuals, it awakened a special kind of interest in me. Something I had never experienced before. I found myself caught between the expectation of a revolutionary video game and kind of utopian vision, the sense that this was more than entertainment. You'd be right to think I'd gone a little crazy. I absolutely did. When the game finally came out, it was received exceptionally well by both players and critics. Some of the original promises were scaled down, but the core idea remained intact. Massive battles, huge maps, and an insane amount of strategic possibilities to maneuver, adapt, and outthink your opponent. And of course, there were these fantastically designed units. I loved all three factions. None of them was presented as bad. The UEF, the United Earth Federation, is, simply put, Earth and its colonized space. The Cybrans are human robotic beings, a race created by humans, who fled from the Federation and declared independence. The Aeon are humans who follow the path and instincts of the alien Seraphim race, which was destroyed by xenophobic soldiers. Each faction seeks peace in its own way. The UEF is the most traditional faction, and more than any other, it reminds me of the movie Starship Troopers, especially with its propaganda-style logo. The Cybrans have a very cool unit, an ultra-gigantic experimental spider robot with a massive 360-degree beam laser, anti-air cannons, and ground missiles. The Aeon became my favorite faction. They have an experimental unit called the Colossus, probably as tall as the Eiffel Tower and nearly unbeatable. It can unleash an incredibly powerful beam straight from its head, or use gravitational weapons that suck in and destroy enemy units. In the expansion called Forged Alliance, the powerful Seraphim race returns, using a time rift from Quantum Gate near Earth, disrupting all three factions. Also, there are some changes to the gameplay and user interface. For example, experimental units are not so strong anymore, require more tactical use, usually with more support of the less strong units. Supreme Commander was a lifetime experience and won a special place in my heart. Gas-powered games and Chris Taylor didn't just create the ultimate real-time strategy game. They created a dream that still lingers in the minds of a generation. It was revealed that pop culture had long been a dominion of darkness, a kingdom through which unseen powers moved freely. That reign has ended. God entered this realm in a manner beyond expectation and shattered the designs of evil through me. The immense spiritual battle raging inside of this culture, inside of secular culture. But the Supreme Commander is God, and he decided to use me as the ultimate weapon. They said we should somehow avoid it and let that be. No, we don't. We need to stay and fight right on the battlefield. I will make the way.